The scripture says it's better to give than receive. My question to you this morning, are you a taker or a giver? We're going to dive into that in the next 2 minutes. Stay with me. Well, good morning, everyone. Happy Friday, happy Friday, happy Friday. Come on into the room. Come on into the room. We got 10 minutes to chop it up. So glad to see you this morning. As always, my delight to greet you guys Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. You guys are special to me and my wife in Dream Center Church. As you're coming in, good morning, Minister Rhonda. Good morning, Andrew. Yeah, y'all go ahead and get into the comment box. Good morning, Tori. Good morning, my lovely wife. Good morning to all of you who are coming into the room. We want to deal with a particular topic for the next few moments. I started off with the question, are you a taker or a giver? Listen to this story. It was a father who was talking to his son. Remember, we just talked about that a few days ago, but the son is all grown up now. So we have a father that asks his son, the father's about 50, son about 30, and asked, Christmas is coming up. Would you get your mom for Christmas? Christmas in a few days. What did you get your mom for Christmas? That was the question. The son's response, who's 30 years old, his response was, I don't do that Christmas stuff no more. I don't do that Christmas stuff anymore. And the father was like, oh, you don't do Christmas anymore. It was funny when you was growing up. You couldn't wait to Christmas morning. You couldn't even sleep at night. And then in the morning, you would get up extra early just to run to see what you had under the tree. Remember how exciting it was for you? But now you're at a stage in your life where you don't do Christmas anymore. Is it possible that you don't do Christmas anymore because it costs you? Because when it was costing us, you loved Christmas. It was your favorite time of the year. You couldn't wait. When one Christmas left, you was waiting for the next one because you was going to get something. But now when I ask you, did you get your mom something for Christmas or birthday or even Mother's Day? You don't do that anymore because it's costing you. Parents, we got to be sure and make sure that you are not raising just takers rather than givers. We have a generation now that think we owe them something, not realizing one way you can show your gratitude and love to others is based on your expressions through gifts. What you give. Scripture said it's better to give than receive. But you don't watch. If you have to remind your son or daughter that don't forget Father's Day, don't forget Mother's Day. No, they're not 10, 11 years old. They're not 15 years old. They're in their 20s and 30s. They have lived their whole life, you giving to them. And then when they're in position to give to you, they don't do that anymore. Unfortunately, I believe a lot of us have raised takers, not givers, because if you have to remind your child, don't forget your daddy on Father's Day, don't forget your mother on Mother's Day, don't forget your mom on Christmas. It's not so much how much you spend, it's the principle. Because your parents showed that they cared for you because your hand was out and they was filling them. But now you're in a position to show your gratitude by pouring into their lives. Parents, we got to make sure we don't raise takers. Make sure we don't raise takers, but givers. When you have kids that's ungrateful, even when you give them a gift and they seem to be ungrateful, you are raising that's the spirit of entitlement. When your kid's hand is out all the time, I'm not talking about teenagers, I'm talking about grown adults, but they never have anything in that hand to sow into your life or to give to you or show their appreciation to you, it's a good chance you're raising a taker. See, there's only a benefit when you sow seeds. But if you only taking the harvest and keeping it all for yourself and don't even go in the harvest to get the seed to sow back, then you just cut off a perpetual flow into your life. I'm glad to have you with me this morning, Tori. Kim, I see you. No, but we have to, because we can look at a generation and tell others this is a lost generation. But if it's a lost generation, you lost it. You didn't train them to be grateful and thankful. And in comparison, where there are kids that's getting nothing, and you getting all of what you're getting at whatever level, just be grateful. And how you show your gratitude by the one that was a blessing to you, learn to be a blessing to them. During the holidays, a parent shouldn't have to go to their kids, I don't care if they're 30 years old, and says, did you remember your dad, or did you remember your mom, or did you get a small gift of appreciation? With my wife and myself, my wife loved to give because she cared about people. She loved people. I love to give, but it gets to a point in your life that you're giving to people who never give to you. And at some point in time, we got to stop and say, wait a minute. 3 years I've given to this individual. 3 years I've given, and they haven't given anything. I better pull back because I may be raising a taker and not a giver. I know you may not have been expecting this morning, but I pray that something was shared here that blessed your life and open your eyes up to some things. Just make sure, even when I was growing up, even when I went to church, 5, 6 years old, my mom and dad was wise enough to put something in my hand to put in that tray when it passed by. I didn't understand it, but they were training me to be a giver and not just a taker. Listen, join us Sunday morning at 9 a.m. and Wednesday at 7 p.m. for a word that will literally change your life. I love you guys. Have a phenomenal day. And remember, this is your day. Love you guys. Be blessed.